Well, hello and welcome to Dojo's very first answer video. You guys have done an amazing job. You get 214 questions. So without further ado, let's get to it. The very first question, Caden Biter says, what's your favorite gun from any Call of Duty? Well, that's easy. The MP40 and World at War. The game's a little old. I think it's 2004. We're talking 12 years ago. It dominated every game. Everyone used it. No one else used any other guns. Back then, Call of Duty wasn't as sophisticated as it was today, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was great. Everyone loved it. I still remember the ting headshot. Holly Heskett says, how do you make such amazing live stream videos? Well, thank you. That's an opinion. Not everyone thinks it's amazing, but I appreciate it. I do my best to give the best quality video, best quality audio, as well as doing my best to be really into what I'm doing. I love doing this streaming, so hopefully that comes through in my streams and makes it as good as you say it is. Sam Jivet says, can you play guitar? You better believe it. Every 10,000 subs, I do a guitar dojo jam. I play guitar for about 15 years in bands crisscrossing the Midwest. I had a lot of fun. Golden Boy says, do you play games on PC? I play Dead by Daylight on PC, and occasionally if a game comes out exclusive to PC, I might play it. But 99% of the time, I am on Xbox One or PS4 because I'm a console guy through and through. Excel the Best says, do you like pussycats? Mean cats? Yes, I like kitty cats, meow meow. I've got one, her name's Cleo, she's 14 years old. I do like cats. Some of them can be jerks though. Cats are jerks. Clark says, if you could choose one superpower, what would it be and why? I used to answer that question saying I want to be immortal, but someone then said, well, what if you were buried alive? And like, ding, light bulb, like, oh, that would be a nightmare. Can you imagine never dying but being buried alive forever? Yeah, so I've changed it to be able to control people's minds because I think that'd be the best way. You could get anything you ever wanted and never get in trouble. So you get everything. Now you'd still die, of course, I guess. Michael Mazza says, what is your favorite story from a video game? Half-Life is my very first favorite game because that was the first time I got so engrossed into a video game that I actually cared about the little storyline. It was minimal at best. It wasn't actually a real deep storyline, so I'm not like blowing anybody's minds here, but it was kind of cool to finally find out the military is actually your enemy. What is your favorite guitar? Sam Javid, boom! This is my favorite guitar. I had it ready. I knew someone would ask this question. This is my 1971 Stratocaster. It is a beautiful instrument for me. All this beating up and stuff, I basically did it myself through playing crisscross in the Midwest, playing my guitar bands, blues rock, Stevie Ray Vaughan style. Beautiful guitar. I love it to death. 1971 Strat. I will probably let this thing go in my grave with me. Josh Goebel loves you. He says, how long have you been with your wife, Dojo? So I met her in 2001. We worked through 2016, so we're talking 15 years. I married in 2007. So yeah, that's been 15 years of Miss Dojo. Caden Biter, who is your role model? Well, I don't really have a true role model per se. If there's one I'd pick, I'd probably say Stevie Ray Vaughan. Back when I was in 15, I wanted to learn guitar. I put his CDs on, played along with him. That's how I learned how to play guitar. So he's my role model because everything he did on guitar blew my mind. It was something for me to strive for. Sam Javid now says, what is your favorite car? Well, now, honestly, I'm going to say the Tesla S right now because I love that vehicle. I was able to drive my boss's Tesla S. It was an amazing vehicle. Unbelievable. Drove like a rocket. Matthew Jackson says, is the zombie apocalypse going to happen? No, it's not. Well, maybe. Kenny Smith says, how much money do you make from YouTube? Okay, I get this question a lot. For every 1,000 views on a video, not subs, views, a YouTuber will get between 50 cents and $2, and that's it. So if you see someone with 10,000 views on their video, they made about 10 bucks. And so you don't make much money on YouTube until you get in the millions and millions and millions of views and subs and stuff. Otherwise, guys like me are just doing this as a hobby. Flores Week says, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? I asked out a girl. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. All guys have that same answer, right? Asked a girl out at a restaurant. She was behind the counter. I went up to her. It took me a long time to get the courage to do it. I thought, hey, let's go for it. Let's do this. Went up to ask her. Got shot down. It felt horrible. It felt so bad that I still remember it to this day. And it was like long ago. It's not even, woo. Sergio Milan, why do you care Call of Duty so much? Easy. It's the game that got me into console gaming after many, many years of off. I was playing PC games throughout the 90s. I built my own PCs, really into it. Didn't really think consoles were doing much good back then until I moved into my condo here in Minneapolis, and my a good buddy named Joe lived below me, and he would play Call of Duty 3 on his Xbox 360 every night. And then I would go downstairs and play with him down there. And every night for like almost a couple of years, I got really into console games. Well, That's Call of Duty. So I bought my own 360, and by then I think we were on World at War or Modern Warfare, I'm not sure. But that was it. I was addicted to Call of Duty, and I was addicted to console games from then on. And I'm still playing the Xbox One to this day. What's your favorite color? Caden Tehran says orange. So Gamer Creeper says, are you going to do more vlogs? I hope so. I got these lights, I got the setup. I'm thinking this is be a great time to do more vlogs. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means talking about my day. I don't know if it means talking about the new Call of Duty. I kind of wanted to do something with my stream though, so my guess is going to be kind of a mixture of both. Your Lemon says, hey Dojo, love your streams. What inspired you to start streaming, and how? And for new streamers, any advice? So I started my streams because my little guy Owen, okay, he was born about 10, 11 months ago. I was downstairs playing video games with him, in a little rocking chair, putting him to sleep like every night because the guy doesn't sleep. And one day I saw that YouTube Gaming was involved, and I said, you know what, let's try it. Let's put a mic up, let's put a camera up, see what happens. I don't know, maybe be cool. Never thought about it. Hey, look at it. 50,000 subs later, still clicking along. As for advice, this is an important one, okay? Make sure you're doing it because you love it. You gotta, I love doing this. Don't do it because someone told you to do it. Don't do it for the money. Never do it for the money. Here's the deal. About 3 months in, you're gonna hit a wall. You're gonna hit this moment, and that moment is always 3 months. And if you aren't doing it because you love it, you're gonna stop. You're gonna give up. You're gonna move on because you're not doing it for the right reasons. Caleb Williams says, "What's your type of food? Favorite type of food?" That would be steak. It's not just the whole manly thing. I love a properly done filet mignon with a good sear and a raw center. I think a really well done steak is like just the perfect food. Yummy Fummy says, "Can you do a house tour?" Yes, I will try my best to do it in the future. It'll be a lot of fun. I like my home. It's an old 70s home, but it's actually pretty nice. The Prince says, when do you do a dojo dance, does your wife ever walk in and look at you weird? Honestly, I don't think she's even seen one before. I know it sounds strange, but I don't believe she's even seen a dojo dance. I think she's seen a couple of my streams, but since, dojo dances only happen every 100 subs, I can't say that she's ever seen one. Taco Maniac 113 says, when you're done with YouTube, can I have your channel? No. Jared Cochran, can you do more metal donuts? You better believe it. More metal donuts coming right at you. Dylan, are you gonna collab with other YouTubers like Raven Legend? Unfortunately, probably not. I have nothing against them. I think it'd be great, except for I do talk a lot during my streams. I'm very boisterous. I talk to my chat. I talk to you guys, all the jazz. And if there was, streamer here and a streamer here, and I'm talking all the time, well, this streamer's gonna be like, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a nightmare. Now, with that said, I have done a couple things with gaming, and it's not been a bad experience per se, so I might do it in the future. I'm not gonna say absolutely not, but probably not. What's your favorite gaming console from Protone? Xbox One! The Prince DM says, do you work out or is it natural like a Greek god? No, I don't work out. I wouldn't say it's natural like a Greek god because I'm not, I don't know, I'm like a little pudgy. Jacob Dean says, what do you do most of your money donated to you? Basically, it goes right back into the stream. Kid Monkey says, how do you stay up so late? You're live streaming without you passing out. What is your technique? Having kids. I mean, anyone with kids can sympathize. They stay up late. Here's the deal. When you have a baby, this is something that no one ever tells you. They feed every 2 to 4 hours, okay? It doesn't matter what time it is, for weeks and months on end. So you end up getting the sleep pattern. You're like, functioning. Oh, I'm okay. Eventually you get to the point where you can handle it, no problem. Jeremy X says, do you have a job? Greetings from Chile. Well, hello, Chile. That's amazing. That's the best part of YouTube, by the way, is being able to just broadcast across the world. I have a job. I'm a 3D conceptual artist. I design and render 3D images for signage, displays, and other kind of POP or point of purchase display kind of marketing materials. JB3, should I really believe that I am as awesome as you think I am? Yes, I think you are as awesome as you think that I think you are. Rain Replays says, around how much money do you get from YouTube? For every 1,000 views, I'm gonna make about $1, roughly. It gives and takes depending on what month it is. So you can kind of use that for every YouTuber. So if you see a video that's got 10,000 views, like I made $10. So you gotta keep in mind, YouTubers don't make a lot of money until they're in the millions. Killer Gaming Z says, how old am I? I'm 36. Gamer Daily, what do you eat? Lots of food. Hi, Devin Hacks, when did you start YouTube? I started almost exactly 1 year ago. Technically it was August 1st, but I did some like VOD kind of stuff, and then I didn't do streaming until like September 7th. MLG Flappy Bird says, how will you celebrate when you hit 100,000 subs? I don't want to say what I'm going to do yet, because I don't know if it will happen. I want it to happen, I really do, but I can't guarantee it's going to happen. With that mindset, when I get really close to it, I'll start announcing ideas and see what you guys are going to think. Blue Blade 400 says, how long have I been into gaming? Since I was 3 years old. Yeah. Parents got me and my brother a ColecoVision, and I hope you guys know what that is. It's an old, it's kind of an Atari sort of game system, but it was really good. I think it was like the Rolls Royce of gaming back then. Played Smurfs and Mr. Do. That was my start. But the true moment when I was like, boom, it got me, was of course Mario Brothers in 1985. How big do you think this channel is going to get? I have no idea, Skeptical Gaming. There's no way for me to know that answer. Mainly because I thought I was only going to get 500 subs. Well, here I'm sitting at about 52,000. That is way more than I thought I'd get. Well, maybe that'll keep going because I just don't think I'll ever get 1 million subs, right? Well, I was proven wrong before. Velocity Sports says, will you do a giveaway? Maybe. I've done them in the past, but here's my diatribe about that, right? When you do a giveaway, you got 1,000 people who are really upset that they didn't win, and like one guy who's like, yay. Flying Tiger says, what's my favorite flavor ice cream? Coffee. I know, I'm a coffee fiend, but I love coffee flavored ice cream. Haagen-Dazs coffee flavored ice cream is just the bomb. Hunter D91, can you show one of your kids in the live stream? I do all the time. Mr. Owen shows up almost every other night. He doesn't sleep. He's a little guy who apparently has as much sleep needed as his daddy. I love him. I'm glad he's in my streams sometimes because in the future, I'll look back on these streams and go, wow, that's what he looked like. QL, what recording gear do you recommend? Okay, the number one thing I'm gonna say is the camera. Logitech 9 or C920, okay? These are great little webcams. You get them for 60 to 70 bucks. Unbelievable. 1080p, I think 60 frames per second, extremely clear, really good low light levels, great with green screens. It's just perfect. So that's what I've been using. If you guys like the way I look at my streams, go for that camera. It's cheap, it's beautiful, whatever. Matt Awesome says, did you see Batman vs Superman? No, I didn't. I want to though. I'm gonna rent it someday. Unhappy Panda, hey man, has Elmo ever done shots with Bert and Ernie? I can't answer that question legally because, you know, I don't know if he does. I have absolutely no idea. Killzone77748 says, do you think I will be a good YouTuber? I have no idea. LT User says, do the water bottle challenge. Probably not, but I'm not against it. So here's the thing, these kind of videos right here, I'm gonna look for content. I'm gonna look for things to do. And so keep feeding me these ideas. I'll look them up. I might do them. Why not? You guys would probably like to see Dojo jump around like a little clown, little monkey. Leo says, what color are your nose hairs? Can you see? I don't know. I think they're black. I don't think nose hairs get gray, do they? Are you still in love with JB3? In love with him? Yes. Maxiboo, how has your life changed since you became a YouTuber? Well, okay, so that's an interesting question. It hasn't really changed dramatically. I'm not saying like I'm suddenly a big, huge YouTuber, so it hasn't really like curved who I am or anything. But it has changed my focus, okay? So VidCon was a big deal to me because I met a lot of amazing people who really changed my paradigm on what it means to be a YouTuber. Also, it means what it could be to be an entertainer. So it's changed my focus a little bit, and I know that it's something I want to do now, maybe for a living. So that's maybe the best way of saying it. That I've changed from just simply being a hobby to something that maybe, just maybe, I could do more. I could do more than this. Sean Wilson says, are you going to let your hair grow out or not? I wish I could. Dr. Legendary says, what's the most embarrassing moment as a kid? Okay, so I actually remember this. When I was like 6 or 7 years old, I had my best friend Danny Bolin back in Ohio. I got in their new van or something, and I was just sitting there like a little kid, and I was just like pushing buttons because it was there, it was in front of me. And I didn't know that there were the radio controls to everything going on in the front. And his dad got so mad at me. He yelled at me at the top of his lungs, "Who is touching the?" And I still remember that to the day. And I froze, and it was like a tingling sensation. I was so upset and embarrassed. You know, I know it's dumb. You had to be in there, kind of thing. But that's it. Yeah, I remember it to this day. That was the most embarrassing moment me as a kid. Death Cautioner says, what was the first Call of Duty you played? Call of Duty 3, not Black Ops 3, Call of Duty 3. If you went prone with the LMG that they had, you were OP. So that was it. Everyone just went prone with an LMG everywhere. It was like laying down. It was one of the funniest things ever. Just wondering, what is your favorite US Star Wars character? Nate McClellan says, well, you know what? C-3PO. I know it sounds like nobody answers that question right. No one says C-3PO, but it was mine because I think the creation of that character, the voice, the pristiness, something about him is so iconic to Star Wars for me that I've always found him to be the character that I was driven to. Sparkle Donkey says, do you love me? Yes, I do. You want to get married? Well, I'm already married. The Chosen One, why are you bald? Okay, this is the one that needs to be answered, okay? Every night, I dunk my head in a bucket of unicorn urine in order to get my YouTube channel off the ground. It's a great way of getting motivated. It's a great way to get subs. Guys, I highly recommend dunking your head in some unicorn urine, and that will help your streams. But it goes away, so you will lose your hair if you do it. So, yeah. Sewers and Skateboard says, do you think I will ever be popular? No! Well, okay, maybe. I don't know. Who are you? I don't know you. You're not very popular. Is it hard keeping a schedule? Plus, how many hours of sleep do you get? It isn't that hard keeping a schedule. That's just part of life, especially when you get to my age with kids and all that. You kind of have a schedule in everything you do. But sleep, man, I'm talking 4 to 5 hours a night, maybe. I need more. I want to do more. Hopefully, in the future, I will do this for a living, and then I can get lots more sleep and be a lot better at this. Friend Gaming says, can you show us a picture of when you were young? Yes! Bing! That is me when I was young. Yeah. So sorry your eyes are burning right now. On your head, Dojo, do you believe in or think of it as possible for an intelligent extraterrestrial life to form to exist? I think so. That's actually one of those theories that I do believe in because mathematically speaking, it's almost an inevitability. Patrick says, oh, challenge accepted. Why are you awesome? Because I dunked my head in unicorn urine. Crygirl says, are you Elmo? Ardell Valerno says, are you adopted? No. I have parents and they look just like me. I did a stream with my dad. Well, I was not with him. He was behind me. We're pretty much twins, but like separated by 30 years. Little Tato says, how long are your eyebrows? That. Draco Martin says, Draco here, sponsor for 6 months. Thank you. Hey, if I purchase one of your shirts, will you post it on IG or Twitter? You better believe it. Anybody wants to post, or anybody buys a T-shirt from my channel, it's like the 5th link in the description, and you show me a picture, I will definitely tweet it out every time. I promise. Old Norse Gamer, how do you feel about cows, Dojo? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird that we drink a weird white liquid that comes out of their butt, but man, I love steak, so yeah, I guess I like them. Love them. Nick Ludwig says, how long did it take to get your setup right? That's a great question. I can't say because I don't think I've got it right yet. I'm always tweaking. That's the point. That's what I really recommend everyone do. Lance says, what is your favorite classic rock album? I'm going to go for Pink Floyd. As you can probably see right there, I got myself a Dark Side of the Moon, but that's not my favorite one. I'm going to say straight up Animals from Pink Floyd is my favorite album. Probably closely followed by Wish You Were Here. Panda Gamer says, what do you like about streaming every night? I love talking to people and being part of a community, and I love the fact that I can have, like, I'm playing video games with like 100 people on a couch behind me, enjoying the experience with me. That's what I love about it. That's why I'm still doing this. JK Plays, have you ever been noticed in public because of your channel? Unfortunately, no. I'm not that big. Flying Falcon MC says, are you a virgin? Of course I'm not. I have kids. Wolf says, can you dab, please? Only one you'll get without a Dojo Dance, just telling you right now. MK says, what is your favorite book when you were a kid? Great question, MK. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Best book ever. I love British humor. I love the quirkiness. I love the weirdness. I love the space. I love the sci-fi. I love just the general weirdness of the book. I think there's 5 books in the series. First one's still the best. Read them, guys. Read it. Sheila says, can I have your Doom shirt? Unfortunately, no. I love it and wear it. I almost wore it for this video, but it's currently dirty. It's in the laundry. Lady Winnie says, who's your favorite moderator? I'm going to say Zycotic. The guy's been here almost every night since the beginning. He really is a dedicated to my channel, and I appreciate you, man. Crispy Chip says, what are some good tips to getting active subs on YouTube? That's the thing. Nobody knows this magical number. Being true to yourself, being energetic, and being consistent is probably the best way. But then again, who am I to say? I'm only a relatively small channel that's doing its best, and I don't have all the answers either. Taco Mankin says, have you ever gotten into a fight, and how did you start it, and did you hit him? I've been in one fight in my life. I was, I think, 12 or 13. It was on the bus. Guy was bullying an overweight kid. He had to be my friend, Mike, and I stood up for him. Kind of a mad mistake. All I remember from the fight was I was immediately picked up and my head was hanging out the bus window. It wasn't much of a fight. That was about all I got into. I am not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm serious about that. I don't like fighting. I don't find it to be any kind of benefit. So don't look for me to be punching anybody anytime soon. Joe Cochran, have you ever done a YouTube meetup? No, I haven't. I'm too small right now, buddy. At this point, if I did a meetup, it'd be kind of sad, right? I'd be like, yeah, come meet up with Dojo. I'm sitting at this table, and like one guy shows up. I mean, I'm just not that size yet. With that said, I'm going to VidCon every year. It's a great place to meet up. So if you ever come here, find yourself in Anaheim, California during the VidCon year, come over. I'll check you out. I'll say hello. I have no problems with that. And Miss Donnie says, I have asked this a million times, but are you going to bring back the sweaters? Oh, Miss Donnie, I don't think I'm going to. Now, with that said, Wendy someone else is gonna make me a sweater as well. And if you guys make me a sweater, I will wear it on stream. But I'm not gonna bring them back because unfortunately, as strange as it is, it kind of scares people away. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for the questions. This was such a success. I am very shocked that over 200 of you guys came with questions. I answered all of them to my best ability. I'm new at this whole vlogging thing, so please bear with me. I'll get better at this, I promise. But thank you guys so much for doing it. In the comment section, just give me some suggestions of what you'd like to see in vlogs. I will read all your suggestions, and I will think and ponder them, and I will probably implement them. Thank you so much for being part of my channel. Again, I'm here every night at 10 p.m. Central, streaming live games. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.